ELT, English language, and it is also called E3 in your school. Before starting our class, I have to introduce the book that we will be learning in English language, that is Channel book, Channel Your English, pre-intermediate that we are learning in class 8. One more thing you have to understand, this is the book that is especially designed to improve your spoken English, your native English, your spontaneous English, and to bring fluency in your conversation. So this is all about the book that is concerned with your speaking, with your conversation, or it really improves your conversational English. So this is something that you have to be doing. Before starting this book, you have to understand this book has been, divided into different units. Every unit contains dialogues, and in these dialogues you will find the native spoken English, the English that is spoken by the English speakers. This is the first unit that we will start learning. This is the name of that first lesson of the first unit, is Window on the World. The reading is most important in that way. For example, if you are just going through the reading, so you have to change your style of reading, whatever that's been given in that book. Like for example, dialogues between two persons are there. So you do not read in a very normal way. You have to be reading according to the dialogues as the dialogues been given in the book. I'm going to read it out for you to understand how you are going to read the dialogues. So just listen to me and try to understand how the dialogues are being delivered or being spoken to you. Okay? So listen to this. The conversation between two guys, one is Shane, the other is Fabricio. So listen to me and understand the dialogues. The guy Shane asks, the question. Now listen carefully. Shane, excuse me, do you speak English, Fabricio? Yes, I do. Shane, at last, I'm trying to find Le Fontana di Trevi. Fabricio, you know what? I'm heading that way. I have a shoe shop opposite Le Fontana di Trevi. We can walk together if you like. Shane, thank you very much. My wife is waiting for me there and I don't want to be late. Fabricio, don't worry. It's very close. By the way, I'm Fabricio Carluzio. What's your name? Shane. Shane McCall. Nice to meet you. Fabricio, where are you from? Scotland, right? Shane, yes. How can you tell? Fabricio, it's the accent. My mother's Scottish too. Shane, that's why your English is excellent. Fabricio, thanks. So are you here on holiday? Yes, we are. Fabricio, how do you like Rome? Fabricio, how do you like Rome? Shane, it's a wonderful city, but I'm having a bit of a problem with the drivers here. Italian drive on the wrong side of the road. Fabricio, of course. You drive on the left in the UK. Here we are. This is my shop. Where's your wife? Shane, she's in your shop. Every time we go abroad, she spends a fortune on shoes. So this is the way that you will be going through the dialogues. The purpose of the dialogues to improve your style of English. So when the way that's been given in your, the book, the way, both the guys having conversation, so you have to be reading in the same way to develop your fluency, your style of English. So bring the style in yourself. After this, as you know very well about that the greetings been given in that conversation. When two persons meet each other, so they greet. So this is also, we are going to have the lesson today, that to improve your English. This is the basic way to start your English conversational skills. So greeting comes first in that way. When two persons meet each other, definitely they greet. So greeting comes first in conversational way. Okay, so first of all, here you can see greetings or how to greet. You know, when you are meeting someone, so how you are going to greet? So there are the ways that you can start greeting. Okay, you can see here. How are you? How is it going? How are the things? How are you doing? How is everything? How is life? Howdy. This is mostly American spoken way. Howdy and what's up, and it is also called what up. So these are the ways that when you meet someone, so you can just use them as greetings. When you are just saying greetings, so there must be the reply of that. When you are greeting someone, like for example, if you are in abroad, you will find the people. When you are greeting to them, how they are going to reply to you. So the reply to the greetings being given over here. You can see. If somebody says, how are you? Or how is it going? Or how are the things? Everything like that. The greeting. So you can reply in any way. You can say fine, cool, good, doing fine, doing good, doing cool, all set, not bad. One more thing I have to tell you in that way. Like for example, somebody says, how are you? You can reply, not bad, fine, cool. You can also say, like for example, all set. You can also say, doing fine. These are the ways you can say. But if somebody is saying, how is it going? It is also all about the greeting as well. So you can reply, it's going fine. It's going cool. It's going perfect. You can also reply in that way. And somebody says, how are the things? So you can reply, things are fine. Things are cool. Things are good. Things are perfect, like that. And somebody says, like for example, how are you doing? So you can just reply in that way, doing fine, doing good, doing cool as well. These are the ways as well to reply. How's life? Howdy? What's up? So you can reply like fine, cool, not bad, all set, perfect, something like that. These are the greetings. Okay, like for example, if you are greeting someone, you are saying, how are you? Then what happens? The reply comes, I'm fine. Then the person asks you, and what about you? And how about you? So what happens? So you have to reply in the same way. I'm fine, thank you. Then next, what comes? Yes, that is how to show pleasure after meeting somebody or someone. Like for example, you are saying, how are you? The reply comes, I'm fine. And what about you? Then you say, I'm also fine, thank you. And after that, what happens? You are saying, nice to meet you, nice to see you. So these are the ways to do like that, to show pleasure, that you are showing yourself that you are very much happy to meet someone. This is the way of manner. So what happens, like you can say, nice to meet you or nice to see you. Good to meet you, good to see you. Glad to meet you, glad to see you. Amazing to meet you, amazing to see you. Wonderful to meet you, wonderful to see you. Pleased to meet you, pleased to see you. Pleasure to meet you, pleasure to see you. These are the ways that you can say, like for hi, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. And what about you? I'm also fine. Nice to meet you too. So this is the way that you can start your conversation when you are meeting someone. Okay. If somebody says, like for example, nice to meet you, so what you are going to do over there? Definitely you will reply, but being polite. So how you are going to reply there? Like somebody says, nice to meet you, nice to see you, you can say, reply in that way. Nice to meet you too. Nice to see you too. Okay? And then, good to meet you. Or, good to meet you too. Good to see you too. And simply, you can just reply as well, like, nice to meet you. Same here, like that. Or you can also say, nice to meet you. The reply goes like, pleasure. Or you can say, I'm pleased to meet you too. Or you can also say pleasure, or you can say same here as well. So these are the ways that you can do in that way. Okay, after that, the very important thing that you have to understand, that is, the lesson number 2. Lesson number 2 comes with do's or don'ts. You have to understand what is do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts is very, spoken way of saying yes or no's. Okay, something like do's or don'ts or something like that. Okay, so in this lesson, you can see, if you can see in the camera, so there is something that is do's and don'ts, lesson number 2. So what happens in this lesson? One of the businessmen, he feel himself ashamed. The question is there, have you ever wanted the earth to open and swallow you up? It means you are feeling so much ashamed because you did something very wrong or something that is annoying. So what is that thing? Actually, the businessman, he visits different countries like that. So he visited 4 countries: the Netherlands, Brazil, South Korea, or Arabian countries that he visited as well. Okay, in these countries he got some experience. So when he moved to Netherlands, so commonly foreigners, the people who do not belong to Netherlands, so they call Netherlands as Holland. So in the same way, in his business meeting, when he meets someone, so he says, the person who belongs to Netherlands, he says, your Holland is amazing country. So he did not, reply in a way like he accepted his words. What he said, he annoyed. Why? He said, this is not Holland. So he shocked, the businessman shocked. Why? He said, Holland is the region of Netherlands. It's not Holland. Netherlands is the country and Holland is the region. So that time he felt himself, ashamed there. So the thing is like, for example, Pakistan is a country. If somebody says KPK, so KPK is the province. KPK is not Pakistan. So always keep in your mind when you are in, for example, Netherlands, so don't say Holland, because the people of Netherlands, they get annoyed, they get angry if you will say Holland. In the same manner, he visited Brazil. Brazil is a country that comes in South America. In South America, it is also the continent that is called South American continent. Okay, there in Brazil, the people, Brazilians, they call themselves as Americans. Like for example, if you belong to United States of America and you go to Brazil, okay, in Brazil you say that you are American, so they get annoyed because they say I'm also American. I'm Brazilian, so it means I'm American as well. So Brazilians call themselves American. So if you belong to United States of America, USA, so don't say in Brazil that you belong to America. Say I belong to USA, because they get annoyed if you are saying that you belong to America, because they are also Americans. They call themselves Americans. Okay. The next country, South Korea. South Korea is the Asian country. In that country, traditionally people are very much polite. They don't talk loudly. They don't speak loudly. Even they don't want anyone to be speaking loudly to them. Okay, or laughing like you are showing your teeth. They're really annoyed with that. So the guy who visits in South Korea, so he says the South Korean people, they really don't like if you are speaking louder. So when you are in South Korea, the experience was that be polite, don't be rude. Don't be talking loudly. So your soft language is acceptable there. So this is very important thing to keep in your mind if you are in South Korea. Next, Arabian countries. Arabs. The very good tradition in Arabs is that if someone admires something a lot, So what they do? The Arabs, they give that thing as a gift to him. So keep this thing in your mind. For example, if you are in Arabian country and you are meeting any of the Arabs who has camels, for example, and you are, admiring, wow, phenomenal camels, amazing camels, wow, wonderful camels, for example. So if you are admiring camels to the camel owner or the Arab one, so what he will do? He will present you the camel, and then what would happen? How you will take that camel into the aeroplane? Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So do not, admire anything a lot in front of Arabs. So this is all about something that is, given in this lesson number 2, unit number 1. After that, what you need to be doing to understand, we have done the greetings, and after greetings you can see one more thing, the expressions with make. Okay, so make expressions are very much important. That's been given on the page number 8 of your lesson number 2. The make expression, you can see there, make a good impression, make things better, make it clear, make a fool of myself, make a mistake. These are the very important make expressions given in that. Okay, you can see in your content page number 43 is there. You can see also with the examples. Make a good impression, to impress someone. Like for example, you can use this sentence, this expression in your sentences. Like for example, you are having good English speaking, and you meet to your colleagues, your friends, like somewhere, and you are speaking good. I mean, you are, like for example, you are going for the interview and you are speaking English, and your English is very nice, for example. So what the sentence you can make? When you will go for the interview, so make a good impression by speaking your English. So this is the sentence that you can make as well, and another sentence that's been given in that as well. Okay, make things better, to resolve the issue. Make things better, it means to resolve the issue. How you can make the sentence of that? Like for example, you are having situation, I'm in any fight or something with your cousins or somewhere else, like for example. So now fighting is not a good thing. So you want to make things better, I mean to resolve the issue. So what the sentence you can make? Yesterday I fought with my cousin and it was verbal exchanges and it was not good, and I want to make things better. So this is the sentence that you can make as well. Okay, make it clear. It means to speak or say clearly. Okay, like for example, you are giving the presentation and you are speaking somewhere and your voice is not clear. Okay, the audience cannot understand you, or your words are not going properly. So you can make a sentence like for example, your voice is not clear. Make it clear. Give the clear statement or make it clear, that so everybody can hear you, understand you as well. Okay, and then the next, make a fool of myself. This is the expression that is made. It means to make fun oneself, own self, or to make a joke of yourself. Like for example, you are a very nice student, okay, and you can give the better presentation. But what happens when you are called for the presentation, and there what happens? You start laughing there. Because of your laughing, you could not give the presentation. Even the whole of the class started laughing at you. So you can make the sentence, I prepared a lot for the presentation, but I made a fool of myself because I started laughing while giving the presentation, and my presentation was totally flop. So this is something that you can make as well. make a mistake. It is also very common and everybody knows about that. Make a mistake. To make mistake means commit a mistake. Okay, if you have done anything wrong, so you can say I made a mistake. So you can make a sentence in that way. Because of a lot of mistakes that you have made, your numbers are down. Or you can also say, sorry, I made a mistake and I want to rectify my mistakes as well. So the way that you can make the sentences in that way. Okay. After this, we are having very important thing that you have to understand. On the page number 44, there is a lesson number 3. The lesson number 3 I have to show in the book as well. What is that lesson? This is the lesson, and it belongs to Alaska. Alaska is the state of United States of America, and this is the lesson given over there. Okay, in that lesson, first you will go with the reading or something like that, read it properly, understand it, and then the questions are given in that. You have to answer the questions. Like for example, on page number 44, if you will see lesson number 3, like for example, the question is given, which is the largest university in Alaska? So when you will read it, you will find the answer. The answer has been given as well, but you can find yourself the answer and you can improve by yourself. Okay, this is something that is very much important. Okay, and the question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions have been given, so you have to search the question into that lesson. And when you will search yourself, you will give the answer by yourself. Try to give the answer by yourself so you can improve your reading plus your confidence that you will develop by yourself. Okay, after all this thing, that what you need to be doing, because this is the English language class. So in English language, the most amazing thing is to present yourself. Okay, so this is our English language first lecture. So in this first lecture, I want to let you know how you are going to present yourself. Like for example, any presentation is given to you, for example. So how you are going to take a start, how you are going to give the start of your presentation. So this is very much important. Some starters for phrases or sentences I will give you, so you can easily learn them, and then you can present yourself, I mean, in a way like your start is going to be very nice and impressive. So here I will give you some ways to start the presentation. So you have to remember all the phrases because these phrases are very much important to start the presentation. How to start I have to remove it so you can easily understand what exactly that we are going to be learning in that way. How to start the presentation or speech. Okay, like for example, with any speech that you are to give or any presentation that you are to deliver, for example, so how you are going to start yourself, in your content page number 44, it is also given. First you will start with the greeting. Okay, after greeting, what the starting phrase or the sentence that you will use, I will let you know. Okay, so how you will start, like for example, you can start, hello, this is my pleasure this is my pleasure at being here to speak all about importance of English. Okay, this is the way that you can start as well. Like, hello, this is my pleasure at being here to speak all about importance of English. This is the way that you can give the start. There are some other ways, like for example, hi and good evening or good morning, whatever it is. Okay, so you can say hi, good morning. Okay, and then thank you so much for having me here.